In this video, we are going to learn about normal index. Okay, so I will just write the motto of today's video, normal index. Okay. Now in all these videos, in 3 to 4 videos, we have been learning about indexes. So we learned about primary key, unique key, full text index. Okay, so now it's the time to learn normal index. Now basically we use normal indexes in order to make the process of retrieval of data faster. Okay, let's see. Let's say, okay, now whenever we want to fetch some data from the table, obviously that process must be faster. Okay, so one of the ways we can do that is using normal index. So whenever I assign my normal index to any column, so basically I'm telling MySQL in advance that okay, this column is important. Okay, consider this column as important. So whenever I fetch any data using that column, the retrieval will be faster. Okay, so this is the entire concept of normal index. So let's explain. See, I will just explain you using a table. Let's first create a table employee. So I will just say create table name. Let's keep it as employee. And let's keep 4 fields. Okay, first we will keep it as employee ID. Let's keep it integer. Then let's go for, maybe we could go for first name, which is varchar. Let's give the length as 50 maybe. Then let's keep it as last name, which is also varchar, and let's keep it 50. And let's keep the last column as email ID. Okay, let's keep it varchar. Okay, and let's give the limit as 30. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm creating a table employee which is holding 4 columns. Now, as I said, I can apply the normal index to any column that I want in order to make the process of retrieving data faster. Okay, so many of you might be thinking that, let's say here in this case, employee ID seems to be perfect for primary key, because employee ID is going to be different for each and every one, and it cannot be null because there won't be any employee who does not have an employee ID. It cannot happen. So I can keep this as primary key, and then I can retrieve data using primary key. So then if I assign primary key to this column, that means I'm telling MySQL, okay, this is an important column, so even I can fetch data using this column. Yes, you can, but it doesn't work the same way. Right now, let's say in this case we have only 4 columns, but if we work in a real world organization, there are thousands of columns inside a table, and we all know in one table we can have only one primary key. So it might happen that sometimes I don't want to fetch data using this column. Okay, if let's say if I get a chance to um, fetch data using this column, then in that case what should I do? Right, I cannot keep this unique as well. We have learnt about unique index as well, but the condition is all the values in that column must be unique. But it does not suit with first name and last name. Okay, because there will be many employees who will have same first name or same last name. Okay, it happens. No employee can have a different name, a unique name. Okay, names are common, so I cannot assign unique index to both the columns. Okay, I can assign unique to this column, that is okay, but let's say if I want to fetch data using this column or this column, then in that case what should I do? So for that we have normal indexes. Okay, so in such a scenario I can assign normal index to first name or last name or both the columns. Okay, it depends on the situation. If I want to fetch data using both the columns, then I can assign that normal index to both the columns. So if I assign that index to only single column, it is called single column normal index. And if I apply this normal index to more than one column, it is called multiple column normal index. So let's first learn about single column. Okay, so the syntax is, here I will just say a comma and then we have index. Okay, This is the keyword, and inside the bracket I will just pass the column name. So in this case I will just say first name. Okay, I will just say first name. Okay, so whenever, now let's say if I and if I insert some random data inside that table, and if I fetch that data using the first name, then the process of retrieval of data will be much faster. Okay, so if I so you can just compare. If first you don't assign this index and try to retrieve the data using this column, and then assign this index, and then again retrieve that data, then so obviously this will be much faster. Okay, so basically we generally assign this index for selection queries, okay, to make the process much faster. Now this is single column, but let's say if I want to go for multiple columns, then in that case I can say first name comma last name. This is how the syntax looks like this. Okay, so I will just say go, I will just execute this query. Okay, so the table has been created. I will just go to this table structure. I will just show you the structure of this table. Okay, we'll go to structure. Okay, so here you can see we have the key. Okay, we have assigned the index to the column first name. Okay, here we can see first name and last name, and the name is by default it is first name. Okay, we can even change the name if we want. But here, as you can see inside this column unique, the value is no, means it can hold same value. So that is the power of index. Okay, this normal index. We can store repetitive values as well. And the process of retrieval is much faster. Okay, so this index is used a couple of times. Okay, all these indexes are extremely useful. See, because we don't have many options. See, there can be only one primary key in a table, and second index that we have is unique, but there is one condition that all the data inside that column must be unique. Okay, but it doesn't suit with first name or last name because there are many people who have similar names. Okay, so that's why we make use of normal indexes in such a situation. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is, as soon as I assign a normal index to any column, I'm telling MySQL, okay, just consider these columns as important. So whenever I fetch any data using these columns, the retrieval will be much faster. Okay, so you have to implement this because you want your website or your app to be optimized, right, to be fast, so that it can enhance your users experience. Okay, so we go for this. Okay, and here we can see the normal index I denoted using this silver key, and we know that denotion of primary key is this golden key. Okay, so this is the entire concept of normal keys that we have. Okay, now what I will do is I will just show you. Okay, I will just insert some data. Let's go to the database programming, and here under SQL I will just insert some data inside this column. So I will say insert into table name is employee. Let's say the values as, first we have employee ID, let's keep it 10. Then we have first name, let's keep it Kevin. Then we have last name, let's keep it Shah. And let's keep the email ID as Kevin at the rate gmail.com. Okay, I will just copy this and we will insert some more rows. Okay, here instead of, okay, here I will say Vatsal, and here I would say Mehta, and here I will just say Vatsal at the rate. Okay, I will just change the ID as well to 11, and let's insert one more row, and here I will keep the name as Kevin only, and let's keep the last name as, maybe we could say Himasya. Okay, Let's keep the email. Okay, no, we cannot keep it same because it is unique. Okay, so I will say Kevin 13. Okay, so I'm inserting some random values inside this table. Okay, and now I will just execute this. Okay, so now let's fetch data using the first name. We have assigned the normal index to first name and last name. So I will just say select, oops, select star from the table name is employee, where first name is Kevin. So I will get two rows. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we got two rows. Okay, yeah. But if I don't assign the normal index and then I try to fetch the data, the execution will be slower as compared to this. Okay, so this is the concept about normal keys. Okay, now since we have assigned the normal index to both the columns, let's try to fetch data from using both these columns. I will just say select star from table name, let's keep it employee, where first name, oops, sorry, first name is equal to, let's say now, Vatsal, and last name as Mehta. Okay, let's say. Okay, so I got the row Vatsal Mehta, okay, as you all can see. So this is the power of normal indexes. It basically increases the execution time, the retrieval time, I would say. Okay, so they are extremely useful and we do use these indexes a lot. Primary key, normal index, then unique, full text index. These are used 99% of the times. Okay, so this is the entire concept of normal index. Thank you.